Greetings and welcome to Spiritual Magic Journey. This is me, Sherry. Guys, today I want to show you, well, first I'm going to tell you about crystal grids. I'm going to give you a lot of information on crystal grids. For anyone that's new and to crystal grids, this will be a really good video for you. It's going to be a two-part video. The first one is going to be all the information on what a crystal grid is. You know, do you need one? Is it easy to set up? How do you activate it? You know, everything that goes into that. This is going to be a do-it-yourself, so you don't need to run out and buy anything. The actual grid, you can print off the computer. I'm going to show you how to do that. Tristan, the noise. Thank you. That's Tristan. So in the crystals, I'm going to show you how to do a money grid. So, that'll be the second part of the video. We will actually set up the money grid. So a lot of information in these two videos. Are you comfy now? Good girl. She's trying to get comfy down there. So, I think that's all I wanted to tell you about the crystal grids. Do you need one? How easy they are to set up. The first, I'm going to actually show you how to put together a money grid. So, first thing, let's start off. What is a crystal grid?
A crystal grid is an arrangement of crystals on a specific geometric shape that focuses on the universal life force in a particular way for a particular purpose. Why do you need one? Well, a single crystal properly prepared and used can be potent energy for many purposes. However, sometimes you need more crystals. Combining the power and energy of crystals can be confusing. Arrangements of crystals can be difficult to understand and use effectively. Crystal grids solve these issues. If the grid is constructed correctly, you will be able to use it and its ability to focus and enhance the universal life force easily and effectively. You will not have to worry about conflicting energies, poor arrangements that dissipate the energies. Rather, you will use your crystals with confidence and power. Now, are these crystal grids easy to use? Yes, they're actually easy to set up. It consists of a pre-printed grid, a center crystal called a focus stone, and a set, usually 6 way stones, and a set, again, usually 6 destination stones. Every grid has several parts: the focus stone, the way stones, the desire stones, the path, and the visual. The focus stone is the rock or crystal that is located in the center of the grid. Its purpose is primarily to gather, focus, and amplify the universal life force. It collects the universal life force and channels it into our grid. The focus stone is part of our crystal grid that gathers in that force, drawing it down and inward, creating essentially a downward flowing wave of coherent energy that is then coalesced and amplified through the crystal's internal energy lattice. The energy that flows out from the focus stone is then modified and shaped by the color energy of the focus stone and the design of the grid. The stones that immediately surround the stone, the center stone on the path, are called the way stones. They are very important elements of many grids. The focus stone brings in the life force and shapes it through its crystal energy lattice, modifies it with the color energy, and sends it down the path of the way stones. The way stones then further modify the energy. Their work is similar to a pump in a water system. The water is flowing down a pipe, but if the pipe is added, it can amplify and modify the flow. Way stones do exactly that. They amplify and modify and further modify the universal energy flowing into the grid. Their effects, like that of a focus stone, are dependent on the crystal energy lattice and their color rays. Desire stones are the outermost stones of a crystal grid. They represent the end state of a grid and is constructed to produce Selection of desire stones is based on the specific final purpose of the grid. These stones gather the energy that has been focused and shaped by the focus stone, the way stones, and the path. They give the universal life force its final shaping and tuning to the desired outcome of a crystal grid. They are chosen in a similar manner in the way stones, by their crystal energy lattice, by their focal color rays. Desire stones are often the crystals that would be used alone to accomplish something. However, using multiple ones and having them feed with focus and amplified energy gives them much more energy to accomplish their purpose. Is the journey to the desire we seek. The path is the energy conduit that draws on the sacred geometry to align, transmute, and guide our energy to achieve our desires. The path is the flow of energy in the particular grid design. The path follows the lines in the grid. It connects to the stones, to the patterns of life. There is a great synergy to be gained when the path is aligned with the energy matrices of the crystals on it. The energy system that results is one of the great power. The universal life force is gathered, focused, and amplified effectively in a well-designed crystal grid with paths that channel our energy effectively. The path is derived from the grid shape. There are many designs for crystal grids. Each has specific uses and meanings. Circles, squares, triangles, seeds of life, flower of life, hexagons, pentagons, spirals, mandalas, boromine, rings, Ashkan chakra, the eye of Horus, and others are all potent and useful. Each has its specific meaning and power. The study of sacred geometry teaches that the uses of each design. The great wheel of life captures the natural progression of the colors, the progression of the season of the year, the daily cycle of the sun, the lifetime of a person, the times and elements, the progression of the stars in the zodiac, and the meanings of these times for grid uses. All the cycles are aligned and superimposed. Use the grid, the great wheel of life, to find the right colored crystals for the time, phase, and purpose of your grid. Now, let's get ready to make our own money grid.